Good morning. Welcome back or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. It's Sunday, so it's Sunday Yum, and this is day 7 of Embody. And so yesterday I was in the shop and I was buying my stuff in Clark's, the local super value, and I met Richie. He was so lovely. It's very interesting, having an Instagram or Facebook and then meeting people in person is just really adorable and wonderful. So hi, Richie. So today we're on the floor. We're lying down. We're just doing the Sunday Yum thing, the delicious lying on the floor thing that we do. So come, lie on the floor. Come. So landing in. This moment in your body. So as soon as I land on the floor, I start to it, or I drop my shoulders, and then rock my pelvis, feel my feet, just landing. But not only just landing, but kind of snuggling into the floor a little bit more. Having a sense of really feeling the floor beneath me. Back of my hands supported, forearms supported, shoulders supported. And then I seek this moment of it's like a sigh or a drop in my system where my body actually feels the floor. It's like this sense of, like a sigh. I just feel, oh God, floor is really nice. So come into presence to the floor and let your body really feel the support. Letting your breath fill into your belly. So as you inhale, feel the rise of your inhale. And as you exhale, see if you can sink even deeper into the floor. That sense of as you really sink, as you really deepen, that your body and the sensations are sinking more and more. Nice. And then flatten your lower back down, pull your back backwards, and then arch into your lower back. Flatten your lower back backwards, and then arch. And so I'm not lifting my pelvis off the floor. I'm rolling along the back of my pelvis, creating a small little arch, and then a tucking of the pelvis, creating a flattening. And just feel, sensing, deepening in, connecting in. Nice. And then keeping your knees center, rock your pelvis from left to right. So you lift the right buttock, lift the left buttock, lift the right buttock, lift the left. And now it's like I'm walking. So I'm walking the pelvis left to right or tilting my pelvis left to right. Knees are staying center, so it's more of a maneuver than a twist. Nice. Now drop your knees down to the right. And in theory, it's the same movement in the pelvis, but now all the strings of your legs, all the connections of your legs are creating weight and connection and a twisting through the spine. So knees are down to the right, and just pause there. Feel the floor beneath you settle in. Nice. Come back up to center. Drop your knees down towards the left. And pause there. Nice. And then slowly rock your knees from left to right. As you rock from one side to the other, is there a difference between one side and the other? What are similar sensations? What are different sensations? What's unique to one side? Let's come back to center. Roll like there's a clock on the back of your pelvis. Keep your feet on the ground. So roll deeply. I always feel like I'm like a plate that has fallen on the ground, and it's circling to come to stop as such when a plate falls in it, or the lid of a pot. Roll in the other direction. Nice. So draw your right knee up onto your chest, squeeze it in. And as you squeeze your right knee deeply down, let your back settle, let your pelvis settle, let your whole back of the right side land a bit deeper on the floor. Nice. Change. Draw the left knee up towards you, squeeze it in. Deeply squeezing in. Let's have a sense. How do I sink through the back of my body? How do I soften into the left hip? Nice. Squeeze both knees towards you. Have your knees, so bring your knees wide first. So your knees are wide and you're pulling your knees towards your shoulders. And often the angle of this into your hips might be that you can bring your knees closer to your shoulders. Or if you bring your knees really close together and you pull them towards your chest, it's like the deep center of your belly or the deep center connections of the pelvis. And then it's like it's a more midline groin that's happening. It just meets a different layer of my hips as I do this. So your knees are together, your ankles are together, and you're steadily just pulling your knees towards you with your hands. Nice. Keep your feet touching. Bring your knees as wide as they go. And then let your toes touch the floor with your knees wide. And then bring your knees together. Bring your knees back up towards your chest. So circle your knees out, toes touch the floor, circle your knees back up through the center. So butterfly knees. And so what's really interesting about this is that it's the adductors, the groin, the deep inner thighs are in motion and they're loaded. So for me, this is a really twangy place. Load bearing on the inner thighs. Yeah, I always have a sense of this feeling of the patterns of my hips show up as I do this. So notice for you, as you widen, drop your toes down, bring your knees back up through center. Just feeling deeply into the inner thighs, the hips. And bring your knees together, bring your toes to the floor. Widen your knees with your toes almost on the floor. And now circle in the other direction. Your knees pass down through the center with your knees together. See if you can keep your lower back on the floor. So you're stabilizing through the lower back. It is an abdominal strengthener as well because the load of your legs and your torso are connected and you're just offsetting. You're really trying to widen the lower back as you do this. Super. Bring the soles of your feet together, reach down, interlock your fingers and pull your feet towards your belly or hold on to individual feet or cross your wrists and hold on to the opposite ankle. So see which one suits you and pull your feet towards your belly. And just feel the weight of your body settling into the floor, sinking backwards. Nice. And then just rock from side to side. I'm always amazed at how many millions of options we have when we're lying on the floor. There's millions of options in every direction. But it's always really like, oh, we could do this, and we could do this, and we can do this. Nice. Bring your knees together, bring your feet together. And now with your knees in the air, draw a clock on the back of your pelvis. So we did it earlier with our feet on the ground, and that's a very different action in the spine. Whereas now it's load bearing and it's more in a flexed state, more so than more in an extended state, I think. I'm not sure actually. It's different. It's different. And then roll in the other direction. Nice. Smiley knees. Draw your knees up towards the right, high towards the right shoulder. Travel back through the center so your knees are over your hips and then over towards the left, towards your shoulder, and then above your hips, towards the right, above your hips, towards the left. So smiley knees, hips, right, hips, left, hips, right, hips, left, hips, right, hips, and left. Nice. Bring both feet to the floor, bring your arms wide, and just really feel like you're spreading out through the arms, reaching out into your fingertips. Nice. Drop both knees down to the right, and then bring your left foot to rest into the right back of your knee. And just pause there. You can bring the right hand to the outside of your right knee if you wish. Left knee, sorry, to the outside of the left knee. And just really see how would you draw that left shoulder back and really encourage it to deepen towards the floor. Nice. So bend your left elbow and bring your fingers in the direction of the front of your shoulder. And now bring your left elbow up in the direction of the ceiling and then drop your left shoulder down and then drop your left elbow down. So you're just lifting your elbow up, straight up towards the ceiling, and then you're pushing your elbow up towards the ceiling and then drop your shoulder down, drop your elbow down. So again, elbow points towards the ceiling, elbow lifts up, shoulder drops, elbow drops. Nice. And then draw a circle with that left elbow in the space over there towards the left. Nice. And then circle in the other direction. Nice. And then reach your left arm long and find the sweet spot. Where does your arm really feel like it's opening, lengthening, and wholesomeness? And just pause there. Left arm is out towards the left, opening. Left knee is over towards the right. Nice. Release your left arm, bring your left foot all the way back to center. Bring your elbows to the floor, lift your spine off the floor, drop it down. Lift your pelvis off the floor, drop it down. Come to the other side. So bring both arms wide, drop both knees down towards the left. Bring your right foot up, tuck it in behind the left knee. Maybe bring your left hand down so it touches the side or the knee or the thigh or something. It's just very nice being in contact there. Bend your right elbow and then point your right elbow up towards the ceiling and then reach your right elbow up towards the ceiling. Drop your right shoulder down, drop your right elbow down. Nice. Elbow towards the ceiling, elbow reaches up, shoulder drops down, elbow drops down. Nice. And then draw a big circle with that right elbow. There's a certain point where my hand kind of squishes into my face, and that's okay. And circle in the other direction. Is this shoulder different? How is it different? Nice. And then open that right shoulder out. Find a place where there's a feeling of like reaching, extending, expression. And then maybe give your right leg a little bit more weight as you twist. Nice. Bend your elbow. Bring one foot to the floor. Bring your other foot to the floor. Push your elbows down. Lift your spine. Drop it down. Lift your pelvis. Drop it down. Nice. And then just shimmy around. Kind of just walk until you feel you're straight and even in your body. So arms are long beside you. And then pushing your feet down. Begin to flatten your lower back down like we did before, and then arch into the lower back. Flatten the lower back down, and then arch. Interesting, I can feel that groin work we did as I arch and flatten now, that my body is more awake and more alive as I do this, and I can feel connections and interesting places. It's very, so wonderful. And then slowly begin to roll up along your spine. So as you roll up along your spine, feet push down, hips lift, and then roll all the way down, land on the floor. And then rolling up. And then all the way down, land on the floor. And again, rolling all the way up. All the way down. Nice. Next time that you rise, you're going to pause. So feet are pushing down, roll up along your spine. Arms are long beside you. And just find your breath down into your belly. Have a sense of this moment. So I'm deeply pushing into my heels. My feet are connecting. My knees are ever so slightly moving towards each other. I'm lengthening my tailbone down towards the back of my knees. And then I'm feeling the sense of length from my ribs all the way down through the front of my hips, all the way down through the front of my belly. Nice. Roll all the way down. Squeeze your knees up onto your chest. Hug them in. Have your knees close as you squeeze your knees towards your chest. Nice. Both arms towards the ceiling, and then bend both elbows. So your elbows are bent and your hands are kind of floating over your head towards the ceiling. From here, draw your right elbow to your right knee, and as you do so, your bum is going to hover a little bit off the floor. And then lengthen your arms to a 45-degree angle and lengthen your leg to a 45-degree angle. So zoomies. Bend your elbow, bend your knee, touch, stretch your leg long, stretch your arms long. Bend your elbow, bend your knee, stretch your leg long, stretch your arm long. One more time. Bend your elbow, bend your knee, stretch long, reach long. Nice. Bend both elbows above your face. Bring your left elbow to your left knee. Your bum will round up off the floor. And then as you lengthen, come into zoomies. Bend your elbow, bend your knee. Lengthen. Nice. Arms long beside you. Stretch your legs out long. Roll into your wrists, roll into your hands, roll into your ankles. And roll in the other direction. Open your fingers wide, open your toes wide, squeeze them in. Open your fingers wide, open your toes wide, squeeze them in. Nice. So lying there, long on the floor, squeeze your feet on the inhale. And on the exhale, relax your feet. On the inhale, squeeze your calves. On the exhale, relax your calves. On the inhale, squeeze your thighs. Exhale, soften your thighs. Inhale, squeeze your pelvis. Buttocks, hips. Exhale, relax. Contract your torso. Inhale. Feel the compression, the tightness of it. Relax. Squeeze your hands, your forearms, your upper arms. Relax. Face, head, neck. Relax. Maybe contract the whole of your body just a tiny bit. And then deeply rest on the floor. And then exhale, deeply resting more. So every time you exhale, can you sink a bit deeper into the floor? Can you settle a bit more into the floor? How wonderful. That was very nice to lie on the floor, I have to say. Very yummy. So I'll see you all tomorrow for another awesome day of Embody. I'm liking the contraction. It reminds me deeply of all that I hold unconsciously, all that I'm not aware of holding. And it's like, oh, that's right. Oh, I hold. And oh, I can deeply relax. I can deeply rest. So have a wonderful day. Those of you I'm meeting on the beach, I'll see you there. And nice. Have a great day. Ciao.